What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of my vlog, my daily vlogs. Today's topic I want to talk about, I actually genuinely really want to talk about this topic so much. So, as you guys may know, I just started this journey of becoming a minimalist. So my wife she was going back to, she's recently been going back to becoming a minimalist. And as she was cleaning out her closet and getting rid of a lot of stuff, I just kind of was watching and realized, shoot, maybe I should start doing the same. So I started with a little bit here and there, and then I decided to just declutter my closet. So I went from 100 items all the way down to 50. Now I have a little less than 50 because I've been taking things out here and there. If you noticed with my vlogs, every time I talk to you guys, I have one of these jackets in the back. So that's what I do. I make these jackets. My wife and I have a business where we actually make custom denim jackets, and it's only thrifted denim. Like the denim is recycled because we actually believe that we don't actually like the idea of buying brand new denim because it's bad for the planet, and so we use recycled denim for our clothing business to help people use more recyclable, to help people recycle clothes more, especially denim, because it's one of the worst fabrics to use. But having said that, yes, that's why I always have it staged right here. But today's topic that I want to talk to you guys about is about being a minimalist living in America. And the reason I want to talk about this topic is because I'm originally from Belize, so I grew up in Belize, and then I moved to America when I was about 12 years old, right? And things in Belize are a lot different than things are in America, like completely different, like way different. So just in case you don't know where Belize is a third, it's a third, what is it? Third world country. All right. Belize is a third world country. It's really small. It's right beneath Mexico and right next to Guatemala, and it touches the Caribbean Ocean. It's a really small land. So I grew up there, and when I grew up there, it was like super poor. The country's really poor. It's a third world country. And so growing up in Belize, I never had a whole lot of stuff. So when my family came to America and we were able to have so much stuff, like my mom naturally just started hoarding. Not hoarding. She's gonna watch this vlog. She's gonna be so upset that I said that. So mom, if you're watching this, I don't mean hoarding. I just mean buying. You just start buying a lot of stuff. My sister started getting a lot of stuff, and naturally, well, I love fashion. I love stuff, streetwear. And so I've gotten a lot of clothes and a lot of shoes. I've had shoes given to me. I love Goodwill thrifting and just thrifting in general. And so I go out and buy stuff and just have a lot of stuff. And so I was introduced to this American culture, and this is not a knock in America. Like, I love being in America, but it opened up this whole different segment of my life where it's like, holy cow, I didn't have the opportunity to have stuff before, but now I have the opportunity to have anything I want, really. I could have all the clothes that I want. I can have shoes, and for a kid that came from a third world country, that was a big deal. So naturally, I just started collecting different things and having things. And so I do think there's a lot of people in America that don't have that experience coming from a third world country and being, and seeing the difference. But I do generally think that in America, we tend to just splurge. Like, we go out and buy things unnecessarily. There's a lot of stuff that are cheap, and there's a lot of stuff that you can get for a good deal. And so I do think that we have a tendency of buying too much stuff, which makes it really difficult. Because oh, and another thing too, gift giving is a big deal here, and so everyone's always giving you gifts or giving you different things. Um, and so you don't want to get rid of those things because it was given to you by for either a birthday gift, a Christmas gift, or just different holidays. You just get different things, so you feel like you have to hold on to them, instead of getting rid of them. And so there's just a I feel like there's just a culture of having a lot in America and in the US. And so yeah, I am fully immersed in that culture, and like it led to me having a lot of stuff. And so now, like, getting rid of them, like getting rid of like different types of clothes and all the collection of shoes and stuff that I have, like it makes it hard because from I was 12 to now I'm 27, like I've been like just buying things, right? And so because it's easy to get things. You can go out and get a T-shirt from the Goodwill, for little to no money, and like you just hold that item and just build more on top of it. You just buy, and so I'm blabbing. I'm talking way too much about that, but my point is that coming from Belize and living in the United States, I get to see a point of view of like living in a third world country where things aren't as easy to get. Like growing up in Belize in a third world country, it's really hard to get clothing. It's really hard to get like basic necessities, right? And so to be able to go out and buy a fresh new sneaker for like $100, like that's unheard. Like that's at least for the common people. Like you just don't wake up and say, "Hey, I'm gonna go order a sneaker online." Like no, that didn't happen. It's like you gotta get water, you gotta get food, you gotta get rent paid, you get like those are the things that are on my mind that I grew up with, like thinking instead of. But now I can just buy things, in the United States, and I think a lot of my friends growing up from age 12 here, like that I've met, are just used to having different things. And so I do think being a minimalist in America is a really, really hard thing. From my perspective, I'm not saying that this is factual or doctrine, just from my perspective, I do think that like it's really hard to be minimal when like you can get so many things, And so you just I feel like people just naturally just start collecting things and holding on to them and not being able to get rid of them, and then you get gifts that you feel like you can't get rid of, and so things just start collecting, and then next thing you know you have a ton of stuff and you feel like you can't get rid of them. And so now that I've taken this journey, I gotta say that it's amazing how, for those of you who are listening to this vlog right now and watching it and saying and just thinking to yourself, like, I want to explain that like having stuff is great, but decluttering a little bit and kind of minimalizing the things that you do have to the things that you to only things that you use that you at least use. Because okay, let me backtrack a little bit. I found that in my closet I had things I haven't worn in like a year, right? There's no need for that. There's things in the house right now that I haven't used in like a year. So there's no need for me to have that thing. So get rid of it. It's okay. It's hard at first, but then just get rid of it, and it feels there's a weird thing there's a weird feeling that comes where it's like, okay, there's less stuff. I own less stuff. I know everything that I have. There's just a power behind that, honestly. And like I'm starting to discover as like I've gotten broken down my wardrobe and I'm like actually looking at the things I own, I'm like, wow, like when I actually know what I own, there's a really cool feeling behind it of like my mind feeling less stressed. My like my mindset's just like so much more focused. And so that's my splurge. That's my whole thing tonight. I just wanted to talk to you guys about that perspective because it is a perspective that came to my mind. And I know if you guys aren't from the US and you're watching this, it does paint a different it helps to paint a different picture of different sides to minimalism. And so if you guys have questions, comment down below. I'll help ask, and if you want me to emphasize more in this video, I can create another video explaining a little bit more in depth. But yeah, that's my view of minimalism in America from growing up in a foreign country and moving to America. All right, guys. Love you guys. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.